Okay, friends, so I just read Duck Rabbit with my daughter Elsa, and I thought it might be fun for you to make your own duck. Or rabbit, because it's all about perspective, right? So when you look at this shape, it could be either. So I have sent this to Mom and Dad. This is an outline for you to cut out. However, if you don't have this, I want to show you how to make your own version of this. So, first of all, let's get all our materials together. We're going to need a sheet of white paper, or we're going to need the template that comes to Mom and Dad. We're going to need colored pencils or crayons. Don't use markers, because if you use a marker, it's going to bleed through both sides. You're going to need a popsicle stick. So I'm just going to take a minute and eat the rest of this popsicle. Very delicious. A glue stick and a cotton ball. And I'm sorry, it was really cold. If you can find a feather, yay. But I don't have any feathers here. They're all at school. So I'm going to draw a feather. So I have a popsicle stick. And I've got a couple things to kind of maybe make this same sort of pattern. I grabbed a little measuring cup that I'm going to use as a face, and I'm going to kind of just sort of trace around it a little bit and make that bunny head and ear, because I kind of see the bunny. But I'm going to trace, and I'm not going to do it super, super hard, because I can go back afterwards with a marker. So I kind of have the head. Doesn't that kind of look the same? Kind of, sort of. Maybe my bill is a little bit long. And then I grab this. This is actually like Band-Aid. When you get a hurt, you squirt it on it. And I thought that was kind of about the same length as this bunny bottom. So I thought I would use this as my bottom to kind of trace around. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because bunnies come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So do ducks. So then I'm just going to kind of sketch here and sketch along here. And I don't know. It looks kind of sort of like the same thing, right? So then I could take a marker or a darker pencil and trace around the whole thing. And then I'll have something that's a little bit easier to cut out. And I don't have to cut on the line. I can cut inside the line so that none of this blue shows. I'm gonna make my ear a little bit smaller because that was kind of crazy. Guess what I forgot? I forgot a pair of scissors. So I'm gonna go grab one real quickly. Hold that thought. Okay, so scissors. So then we need to cut it out. So here we go. I'm a super fast cutter. Watch me work. It's just amazing how quickly she can do it. Okay, so when we talked about perspective when we were reading the book, you know, sometimes what one person sees is different than what somebody else sees. Woo-hoo-hoo. And in the book, I always saw the duck. And my daughter Elsa always saw the rabbit. We're gonna do the rabbit side first. What do you see? Do you see a duck or a rabbit? We're gonna do the rabbit side first because if we did the duck side first and you actually have a feather, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit harder and chunkier to write on. So the first thing I need to do is to find some colored pencils or crayons that work with this. So I'm going to make my ear, and I think that bunnies should have pink ears because it's pretty. And then I can color it in a little bit and try to stay in the lines, because that would make Mrs. Devlin very proud of me and very proud of you. So now I've got my bunny ear, and now I need a bunny eye, and I'm going to make my bunny a girl bunny because I'm a girl. So my bunny gets long eyelashes. Whoop, 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 whoop. And she's going to be looking down kind of at her nose, which is sort of fun. I'm gonna make the nose brown. So it looks a lot like the one that I made last year when I did this. And I'm gonna give her some whiskers because bunnies have whiskers. So, woo, woo, woo. 3 little whiskers. Then I get out my glue stick and I've got my cotton ball. But if you've got like little pom-poms in your arts and crafts drawer, you can use that. So there's my cotton ball. And here's my bunny. Now, there's the bunny, but we also need to turn it over and make our duck. So the duck part, we've got some different colors. Instead of this being an ear, we're gonna make it into a beak. So I've got my orange. I'm gonna give my duck a little smile because, you know, ducks should be smiling. Color it in kind of nice and light so that you can see the darker lines that I made. Still staying in the lines. And you could obviously spend more time on this. I'm just trying to do it a little bit quicker so that you can see how to do it. Gonna give my duck, I'm gonna make my duck a boy, okay? I already made the bunny a girl. So my duck eye, got my duck eye going. He's also kind of looking in the same direction. And I'm gonna give him little eyelashes because boys have eyelashes too. And I'm gonna give him a little eyebrow because it's fun. Now I don't have a feather. So instead of, you know, using a feather, I could either draw a feather like this, making it tiny little hatches at the top and big ones on the bottom. I could even use a couple colors to give it some definition. You could even make a feather in more than one place. Larger little pieces at the top, getting smaller as you go. Let's go ahead and add that orange in there too because that's kind of fun. This is like an Easter duck, right? I mean, how often do you see a duckling that's yellow? Anyway, we've got one last thing, and that is, actually 2 last things. One is to put my popsicle stick, which is still wet. So I'm gonna use the dry side and to put it right here. Give it a little glue. Boom. Now he's gonna be stuck there. We're gonna have to leave it there for a couple of moments. And then I like this little poem that says, I'm a little bunny and you're in luck. Just turn me over and I'm a duck. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and write that right on our bunny. And then we'll be all set. And we can use our bunny and our duck as puppets. And if you have more than one person in your family, you can have a bunny duck fight off. Oh. Okay.
I win. Here.
Until next week.